Tonya Phillips, and I want to talk to you today about getting rid of belongings of deceased loved ones. A lot of times when people pass away, we think about the funeral arrangements, the burial, their financial things to worry about. But a lot of times people don't think about the possessions that are left behind by deceased loved ones. When my father died, it was hard for my mother to get rid of his belongings. It seemed that everything in the house held memories of the many years of his life and love. It nearly seemed easier to leave everything in its place as if time stood still, kind of like a time capsule. It's very distressing to lose a loved one. Going through their possessions can be very heartbreaking and sometimes painful. The best way to get through this difficult time is by preparing both mentally and physically. It's important not to force yourself until you're ready. You may feel sad, you may feel guilty, so wait until you're ready to get started. What you want to do first is plan ahead. Do a walkthrough. Go room by room or choose to go item by item. It can be overwhelming and the increased stress, it can increase stress without setting any kind of realistic goals. Gather your supplies, storage boxes, garbage bags, Post-its, sticky labels. Pick a particular room to start with and then kind of go from there. Next, you want to create a timeline. The process is tedious. You don't want to become overwhelmed or overburdened, so you want to plan out blocks of time. You want to understand that it may take months for this process to go through. Don't be too rushed, but don't become stagnant. You may become emotional and need time to take a break, start over again later, maybe go for a walk, go get a manicure, go out to eat or something like that. You have time. Next, determine what you want to keep. You want to make categories. A save for me category. Just make sure you have the space for it. If it's something that you wanted to keep but really don't have the space, take a photo of the item instead. You want to save for others. Your trash sometimes is somebody else's treasure. Sell. You recruit help with this process for selling. I mean, things may not be as valuable to other people that they are as they are to you. So just kind of be prepared to let it go. If you don't want to sell it, you can donate. Plenty of great organizations out there. You might can find that it'll be in a better home. Somebody that really wanted it or needed it, the item. If you donate, it can be rewarding. Then be prepared to throw things away. It can be difficult, but you have to be realistic. Understand that you can't keep everything, although you want to hold on to every item like my mother did. It's not practical. May not have room in your house for it. Everything is not necessary to keep. Alright, you want to make sure you have moral support. Surround yourself with friends and family. Accept help. Share your feelings. Talk about the deceased. Could be one of the worst times of your life. Doing it alone may be too much. Having someone there with you may take off the pressure and keep you motivated. Okay. Lastly, you want to get rid of guilt. Remember that there's no set time for grieving. Understand that you are not responsible to keep every item forever. Accept that the belongings are not your loved one, and hold on to the memories of your loved one. You can choose a place to honor or display the treasured object, or use keepsake boxes. But basically, you want to remember that grieving is personal. things may be pretty useful for the person, but that doesn't mean that it may be that way for you. It doesn't have to be something that you particularly liked, or it could be something that you can't use. So letting it go is difficult, but it's probably necessary. It's easy to second guess yourself, but beating yourself over the head, is pointless. Just remember that it's a process and may have to take a giant leap or either baby steps. Okay, thank you.